Hello and welcome back to our Natural Vision 2020 forum, bringing a whole new vision to the world. And today we have someone coming from one of the Baltic countries in the north of Europe. She comes from Lithuania, and I have to look for my notes to pronounce her name right. Well, Sigita is fine, and her last name is Kriaučiūnienė. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sigita has been a vision teacher for 8 years. And what's amazing about her, well, besides the fact that she's one of the leading vision teachers in Lithuania, is that she's organizing amazing vision improvement camps that always have over 60 participants. They usually organize it 3 to 4 times a year. And these camps happen within a non-governmental organization called the Lithuanian Healthy Lifestyle Union. And this non-governmental organization organizes all kinds of camps and occasions for people to learn about healthy life. So this is amazing that you're doing this job. I have seen pictures of your camps and it looks really extraordinary. And I would love for you to tell us, well, first, how you got to bump into vision improvement and how did you make it your job nowadays, among other things in healthy lifestyle. Can you tell us about your journey, please, Sigita? And thank you for being today with us to participate in the forum.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Einar, for inviting me to speak, to share. Yes, of course, I can tell how I came to vision improvement. So many years ago, when I was a teenager, I was given glasses. They started, the beginning was minus 0.75 to look far with them, to look at them in the school, to learn. I don't know, I forgot the word, where to look, but anyway, I was given glasses. So within 5 years, my vision got so bad that after 5 years, I got -7 glasses. So 5 years from 0.75 to 6.75. And as I was, going to check my vision to doctors each half year, every time I got stronger and stronger glasses. So finally, I understood myself that something is not okay with this. I was 18 years old then, and I was able to notice the tendency that when I put stronger glasses, I see well with them, very good, very sharp vision with them for about 2-3 months. And after this period, I cannot see with them clear anymore. So I understood that something is not good about that. And I was asking doctors during this period why it's happening with me. And the answer was that it is inherited, but I couldn't notice anyone. I didn't know anyone in my family, in my far family, grandparents, grandparents, aunts and uncles. No one wore glasses, So this argument, even I was 18 years old, it was not convincing. And then I asked what to do, how to stop this progression of nearsightedness, yes. And they also the doctors couldn't tell me what to do. They said the only thing that I have to do is to wear glasses because otherwise it can be worse, even worse. And when I asked when it will stop, like if it is such a high progression, because I knew people with -16 that time, so it was not a destiny that I wanted for myself. So when I asked when it will stop, they couldn't tell me also. So these arguments were not convincing, and I myself at that time decided to take these very strong lenses off my frames, and I put back again -5.5 that I thought that I cannot see with them anymore. But anyway, I thought, I will survive. I will never make my glasses stronger. So this was the beginning, I think. And when I got this very, very important decision for myself, at that time, I also found a book of baits. It was a very, very tiny book, very small one, and the translation from English language was horrible. I couldn't understand anything there, even it was in Lithuanian, but I understood that if I want to get my vision back, I have not to wear glasses. And this was, this book and the understanding that I cannot make my glasses stronger anymore helped me. Just, I think it put some background for further life, for my, experiencing with my eyes, for searching instruments and methods how to help myself. And then I think at 10 more than 10 years, I wore glasses, -5.5, until I found a teacher from Russia. His name is Vladimir Zhdanov, and I found his recordings in YouTube. And it was 2010 year. Yes, 2010 year. It is in English like that. Okay. And I put
it was the year 2010, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
2010, and I put my glasses aside and I started to play with lenses, reducing the strength. And within 6 months, I reduced my lenses up to -1 when I felt comfortable with driving car. And of course, I did many exercises and so on. So that was my journey. And now it's 10 years already. I do not wear glasses anymore. And I drive and I walk around night and day, any weather conditions. I feel comfortable without glasses.
Wonderful. So that was your personal journey, and we have in common this, because I also was not convinced by not having any answers from doctors on why vision was deteriorating, and I didn't accept that the only thing to do was wear glasses. So it was your determination and your inner understanding and your inner experience and the observation in your family that nobody else was wearing glasses that made you trust yourself. And by trusting yourself, you found progressively the clues and the solutions and the tools and the people to walk this path towards clarity again. So beautiful, really wonderful. Congratulations for this. And then you didn't stop there, because so thanks to this Russian teacher, Vladimir, what was his last name again?
Zhdanov.
Vladimir Zhdanov, and the YouTube videos. That's how you managed to start reducing your degrees in the glasses until, now you've been for 10 years completely glass-free and driving and doing everything in any weather condition, day and night. But you didn't stop there. You decided to share what you had discovered with more people. How did that happen? How did your personal journey transform into a profession, into your vision teaching activity? Could you tell us about that, please?
Thank you. It's a really good question, and it became as a very nice shift, in my life. So I was working in a non-governmental organization, and I work here still. And this organization was founded, established 30 years ago, and we teach people healthy lifestyle. And those who have chronic diseases and the medicine cannot help them, our organization unites people who just suggests other methods, natural methods to help yourself to get rid of any disease. So, and we were organizing camps already 30 years. We have this practice, nice stories. And after my story of vision, that I got rid of glasses, it was a thought that I might share somehow, because at that time in Lithuania, we did not have any teacher speaking native language to tell people about this possibility. And I was, I felt so sad that my parents didn't know this information. And if they knew it, it might be that I couldn't spoil my vision, destroy my vision so hard that it was destroyed, And because it was psychologically very hard, very, very difficult for me as a teenager. And because that time there were not so many people wearing glasses, it was just the beginning at schools. So it was very difficult psychologically for me. So with this mood, how to speak, how to help children, especially children, young people, because in that time in Lithuania, when I finished this course with Vladimir, young people already couldn't speak Russian, as we were in Soviet Union, so we could speak Russian, and it is not a problem for us. But for young generation, it's quite a problem, and we didn't have any person in Lithuania who could speak Lithuanian about that professionally. But I was afraid because I didn't know so much. I wasn't experienced. It was just my story, and how to share. If I meet stories if I meet cases that I do not how to deal with them, and so on. And it stopped me for organizing this faster. But 3 years passed. And, we decided with our team that let's try to do this first vision improvement camp, as we have experience how to organize camps already. So we made this, and 60 people came. It was really very nice, children, adults, and one girl came. I tell her story all the time, introducing our camps and how they appeared. And her name was Gabriele.
Mm-hmm.
10 years. She didn't know her life without glasses. She was squinting with one eye, and her glasses was plus 5.5, plus 6. And
wow.
she wore glasses from 1 year and 8 months.
Wow.
And when in our camps there is a rule, it doesn't matter what strength are glasses, we take them off, and people cannot wear them. So for the whole camp period, 7 days, yes. So we took glasses from her, and she was crying because she thought that she looks ugly. But I calmed her down, because no one could see her, because everyone was without glasses. So it was an argument for her, and she
okay. That was a good point.
Yeah. So the 4th day in the camp, her eye came to the normal condition, and she stopped squinting. So it was so amazing. She got frightened actually at first, because she felt the pain when the muscle released, and she ran to me to tell something is wrong with my eye. And then we just looked at her, and it just stood straight, very nice, and not squinting anymore. And now she was 10 years at that time. Now it's almost 18. She's almost 18, and she's not squinting anymore. So, so this was like a sign that we do everything okay. Even if I did organize this camp with less knowledge than I have today.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, and we put her story on YouTube to tell. She told her story, how it happened in the camp. And then parents with the small children started calling us and asked how to help them, let's say 10 months, 2 months, 2 years, 1 year. And I didn't know how to work with these children, because, when you are bigger, so you can understand commands, so you can understand what is saying to you, can keep your attention and relax and imagine and so on. But when a child is small, it's not possible to do like this. And I started to search information what the Russian teachers tell about that, and I couldn't find anything any methodology, any explanations. I found that these practices work for children, but how to do them, I didn't know. So that is why I started to search information in English language. And this is the way how I found my beloved teachers, Elizabeth May and Kevin Wooding, with their Bates Clinic in London. And I got 3 years training with them. And Elizabeth, she taught me how to work with children. I'm so grateful for that, and all Lithuanian parents who come to me are grateful to her also, because this is the knowledge that I got from her, how to help parents with small children. And this is actually the theme that I like best. I now organize special seminars for parents, just online seminars for families, for parents who grow these small children up to 10 years. So
beautiful. Yeah, by the way, Kevin and Lizzie are also part of the forum. I have already recorded the interview with Kevin, and that with Lizzie is scheduled, so it's going to happen soon. So yeah, this is all like a big family with us vision teachers. Yes, so this is what you like most, teaching children or young people and parents so that they can have a good vision for life since childhood. It's a beautiful aim and objective, and I completely share it. I believe that if we teach people in their childhood and maybe in schools to see clear with their own eyes, it's really a gift for life. As you were saying, we can release people from all the suffering and all the psychological hardship in childhood and teenage years of having to wear glasses, having to care for them if they break, if they forget them someplace, or they cannot really play and move and exercise because they have to take care of them, or bullying if you're called 4 eyes or things like that. So it is really beautiful when people learn how to take care of their own eyes and vision young, and then they can release from all these difficulties, but also you know what to do as you grow older, and then your vision doesn't have to become worse after you are 40. We are living proof of that, that you can have a very good eyesight after you're 40 and until the end, and you can see better and better instead of worse and worse. But anyway, I'm maybe going on the side. I would really love you to tell us more about these camps that you organize. I've seen pictures in which there were lots of young kids. I don't know if they are still mixed with adults and teenage and children. Tell us a bit more about this, and how is it working with this non-governmental organization, the Healthy Lifestyle Union in Lithuania?
Okay, so you know, when we have such a big amount of people, sometimes it is 100 people also with volunteers. So in summer especially, so different of different age people come of different ages, yes, and sometimes they bring children 2 years, 3 years, 1 year with eyesight, with destroyed eyesight, yes. So we divide them into groups. Adults go to one group, teenagers go to another group, and there are a group of children from 6 to 12 years. The teenagers are from 13 to 18, and then adults. And then we have a group of parents with small children. We we divide programs for them. They have something common, let's say morning exercise and swimming in a lake in an early morning, very early. And it doesn't matter if it is summer or autumn in Lithuania. And then they have hiking, walks in forests, and so on together. There are night walks. Then there are some competitions of sports, and something common And, you know, it's amazing, even if children come with -5, -6, or adults, when they take their glasses off, of course, the first days, they think that they do not see anything, and they feel like that. But if you see the 4th and the 5th day in a camp, how they play volleyball, basketball, or football, you couldn't understand that they are, you know, people with not good vision. So it becomes very nice picture. So yeah, we divide them into groups, and there are leaders of these groups who have special programs, let's say lectures about if adults come with children, then we separate children from them, you know, usually if they are not too small, and then give lectures for parents and separately, and give lectures for young people, young children, different lectures. Yes, so adults usually get lectures about their relations with children, between each other, how to make harmony in a family, how to use screens, why not to use them so often, about the school regime, discipline, and so on, about eating, about importance of lifestyle, that children have to sleep enough. It doesn't matter if parents go to work very early. Children shouldn't be imprisoned in the regime of parents. They have to change something. Children have to sleep enough in order their psychic is refreshing and restoring. So we speak a lot about these things, and youngsters have very young people as leaders. Let's say if there is a teenager group, so they have their teachers, 30 years old, 27 years old, but they are also living healthy lifestyle people, you know, and those who can provide an example how to be like this and healthy, happy, and so on. So the smaller children do a lot of handwork, play in lake, more games, and so on. And with the parents, with the small children, we give instructions. We do not work with small children because they are not, you know, allowed to come very close to them because they're afraid, and so on. They want to be more with their parents, so we just give instructions how the parents should do with their children. And it's amazing when parents make closer relations with children, and they stop requiring discipline from them so much. You know, they're instructed to let the children do what they want in our camp. So it's very, very important.
Beautiful. So it looks like you have a very comprehensive approach in these camps. So you are talking about sleep and rest, and you are talking about nutrition, and you're talking about movement and moving, or at least you're playing lots of sports visibly, and you're also talking about relationships and the importance of not making rigid rules like strong discipline, but rather allowing for spontaneous, organic curiosity, attention, movement, etc., which are behind some of the Bates principles. Like if you want to see well, you need movement, you need relaxation, you need attention into details, and you need to be led by curiosity of things, fascination, no? Whatever catches your eyes, then the eyes goes, then the head, then the rest of the body. And if you're placing lots of rules and discipline, you are keeping from that natural movement to happen. So it looks really amazing and beautiful, and it shows also that in your experience, you have seen these methods work for very young children up to older people and all the ages in between, right? Is there an age or a limitation in your experience for vision improvement to work? No, right?
No, it's very amazing that, you know, we noticed in our camps that, let's say, if parents bring squinting children, so it's amazing when they are in the nature, they stop squinting. So parents just observed that, you know, the child stopped squinting the third day in a camp, when they can go widely, you know, in nature, and no one stops them, and no one disturbs them of their game, and so on. So of course, even older people, let's say, if they come +2, +3 glasses for reading, they leave the camp without reading, without glasses, because these 7 days, we not only talk about the regime, healthy lifestyle, we do this, you know, we get up very early, we do not wear glasses, we have a healthy diet, and we go to sleep in time, we have a rest, we do a lot of movement activities, walking, morning exercise is very, very intensive, and so on. So we do this, and people like this. There is one day that we do a night tour without glasses, without lights, and you know, people go in a dark night, and this with you know, and everyone knows how is the vision in the dark when you have not impaired vision, yes, not good vision. So, but this night tour is the best thing in a camp, you know. Some groups return at the 2 o'clock in the night from this tour. Some groups return at 4 in the morning, and so on. From the beginning, we begin at 10 in the night. So, you know, so this is the night tour is the most adorable.
Fascinating.
Thing in a camp, yes. Even without glasses. So people in a camp, they stop their fear, you know, they stop it, and they understand that they can't see, and it's quite normal.
They stop being afraid. Wonderful. Yeah. So you can also see how connected emotions are to vision impairment or vision improvement, and how when people feel again security and trust and confidence, they can improve their vision. Much faster. Beautiful. Just before we started recording, we were also talking a little bit. Because, well, I was telling Sigita that I want to invite someone from Russia or Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan to the forum. And I was trying to make some contacts, and I haven't managed yet to reach the people, but you're going to help me. We'll see how it goes. But we were telling about how in the English-speaking world, of course, Bates is very well known and very available. But in Russian, you have had the occasion to learn other approaches that help vision improvement that are not the Bates method. And I would love for you to tell us a little bit about how it's approached in the East. You were mentioning a couple of those approaches from Russian teachers.
Yes, there are really very, very nice people. I forgot some English words, so sorry, you know, but very valuable people in Russia, in this Eastern world, who train people also to get the vision back. So these approaches, of course, are based on a Bates method. They are based on it, but these people have their own experience, and they add something to the Bates method, and they have other experiences. Let's say my first teacher, Vladimir Zhdanov, he is the fighter against alcohol and drug abuse, you know, and he helps people to get rid of dependencies for that. Addiction for that. And he took the wearing of glasses as one type of addiction. Yes. And there is another method. It is called Shishko method. how to help people to get rid of this dependency. So he compares these two methods, Bates method, exercises for eyes, and Chichko method to help people. And Chichko method is about writing your everyday, not every day when you write something, how it is called?
A diary.
Yes, a diary about your eyes, about your vision. You do exercises and so on. It lasts about half a year, and then a lot of people get results. But if you stop doing these exercises, the improvement stops, and even the sight goes back as it was. It doesn't reach as bad as it was.
Okay.
But it doesn't, it doesn't remain the same. It goes back. So that's what I experience, and many other people who made these exercises, up and down, left and right, circles and so on. So yeah, I think Bates method is more relevant.
More efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, deeper and more effective and more transformative. Okay. Wonderful. And would you like to tell us maybe about, so you've mentioned this first girl that was in the first camp, that in the fourth day she didn't have a squint anymore, and it was an amazing starting point to confirm that you were doing things right. And I imagine that you probably have had many other beautiful stories of transformation happening in the camps, and maybe you can tell us a few of them so that people can see what's possible even in a short span of time, like 7 days, when you do an immersion into the Bates method and vision improvement. Could you share some of those stories with us, please?
Of course, and the most successful stories are connected with children. Almost in each camp, we have, let's say, a miracle, when their eyesight improves during the 7 days camp, the 7-day camp. Yes, the 3rd, 4th, 5th days, child stops squinting and he or she looks straight. So these also cases are about amblyopia. Let's say if the child sees just 2 lines or 3 lines of table, and after a camp he sees everything, and or maybe 2 or 3 lines better, and then he comes to another camp, the second camp, and then he has 100% vision. It's very interesting that people usually check their vision before camp and after camp. So I had one girl, she was a teenager, 13, 14 years, and it was +5. She had farsightedness and glasses were +5. After a camp, she went to the doctor, and doctor prescribed glasses. You will not believe, 0.5 plus 0.5. So but I couldn't understand why she should wear these glasses, 0.5, when she reduced this or improved her vision to such a degree, from +5 to 0.5. So, but
in 1 week, yes.
In 1 week, yes. But they bought the glasses. Afterwards, she went to some country, very warm in your side of Earth, somewhere
in America. I'm in Mexico at this moment.
Yeah, I think she was in Mexico. Somewhere she went somewhere, and she understood there that she doesn't need glasses anymore, because she sees with them the same as without them. So, so this is really was a great story. And yes, this fastest improvement happens with children, and everyone knows why. Yes, because they're more flexible. They do not have such strong stereotypes, and they believe everything that I say, and they motivate. They're motivating by that. And adults, you know, they just think and think and think, and they cannot relax.
They have more limiting beliefs, they're more skeptical, they have stronger habits also in the tensions in their body and in their thinking. Yeah, it makes sense.
What I want to add that actually those parents who bring children to doctors, you know, for annual regular appointments to check the vision, sometimes doctors find something. Even parents do not notice at home that the child doesn't see good, and they feel and they see that the child sees well. She or he sees very well, but when they take these children to appointments to doctors to check, so sometimes doctors prescribe glasses, and it is a shock for parents. And when they come to camps or participate in seminars, and they do not put glasses to the children, after from 1 year to 4 years, you know, I have cases that after 1 year or 4 years later, parents write me and they say that we were for regular checking and our children see 100% already. So, you know, if they do not put these glasses on, so it's very important also. These cases are also very, very successful and important for me as well. So, but of course, I have very nice success stories with people, adults, very easy cases are with reading glasses +2, +3. So this is very easy. Of course, there are more complicated cases with glaucoma, cataract, or other diseases that where deteriorates some parts of eyeball and so on, but I do not know English names, so no.
Macular degeneration or things like this.
Yes. So, but also there are very good, very nice success stories about that. But of course, it was not 100% vision got back when these cases are very, you know, complicated. But
but still, the improvement in the lifestyle and the quality of life and the quality of eyesight, even if it's not back to 100%, the impact in the person's well-being is huge anyway. And what I find beautiful about what you say is that you also are telling about long-term lasting of the effects of the improvement in the camp, like people writing 1 year later or 4 years later, and things are still going well with their eyesight. This is beautiful. But sorry, I interrupted you, and maybe you were going to tell.
I love to keep contacts with people from camps and from seminars. I write them time from time. We have a base group in Facebook, more than 5,000 people from camps and seminars and so on. So we share these experiences when anyone writes me. So I put these messages to Facebook group and encourage others and so on. So yes, we are like community, you know, already. So we keep contacting and asking, how are you? How is your child? What is an improvement? What is your problems that you can overcome, and so on. So
beautiful, really, really nice. And what are the next projects that you have? Are you going to keep on doing these camps? Are there other projects in sight to keep growing with the impact of vision improvement in Lithuania? How are things proceeding?
Vision improvement is one of the parts of our activity, you know. So we do not. I don't think that we will improve something. It's going like very good. We have online seminars. We thought to make online seminars for children, but it's as I do not like using screens, and I don't want to encourage young people use screens more than they use. So, and I know that better effects, better results are in the camp. So we better organize camps, you know. But of course, from this project, we have another project now for making a 6-month course for young people, growing children, how to grow children. Similar, how to grow children normally.
For young parents, okay.
Because you know we have cases when young people having young children, they give them smartphones from 1 year, from half a year. They just give them smartphones. It's horrible, and you know, and then they destroy the vision like that, and their relation, of course, with the world and with the parents and so on. So yeah, we are now making a project for young couples raising children, young children, how to grow them, you know.
Yeah, how to educate, raise them. Yes. And I would like to ask you, with your experiences in the camps, and because we still have a few more minutes left, so that people can have a taste, that they can, that they can have an example of some technique, some exercise, some activity, something that they could practice at home, and that they can already have a taste of how vision improvement works. I have been asking all of the people I interviewed if they could share a technique, an exercise, a practice, so that people can, give it a try at home and see for themselves that these techniques do work and you can improve your vision naturally. There's one or two that maybe you would like to tell us about?
You know, I thought about that when you told me this before our interview, and I thought that I would love to share some techniques for parents who grow children with the impaired vision. So first one, you know, I love this. People, it's not a technique with the children's eyes. It's a technique for parents. Just one technique is stop talking. At home, just stop talking and see and start talking only when you are asked something. Just to observe how you behave at home, how you behave with your people in a family, and is it not too much of you? Because sometimes, because one of the main reasons to get stress and tension for child is that parents give a lot of orders, always try to control, take this, not take that, do this, not do this, and put in order something, and they talk and talk, and they control everything. So the very, very good technique, and it's very I forgot the word in English. It's interesting for adult just to observe yourself. How do you feel during this technique when you stop talking and talk only when you are asked some question, or just because one lady, when I gave this practice for her, she said, I was quiet for 2 hours, and then I understood that no one pays attention to me, and I started to talk again. You know, so it's very important just to observe yourself, that sometimes there is too much of you, of yourself at home. So just try to be more quiet and not controlling. So this is one practice for parents. Another practice, I can share more. Like,
Please. I find this brilliant, because I don't know how it used to be Lithuania, but in Spain, when my parents were brought up with my grandparents, it would be the reverse. Children were not allowed to talk unless they were asked something. So this is a very transgressive, like reversing the order of things, the traditional order, but for a much more healthy way of being and living. So please tell more, tell more, more of your brilliant ideas. Yes, another one, please.
Another one is that if you want to cure your child, it is not to keep the state of vision, but if you want to cure your child, let him be from 4 to 6 hours in nature. Just if it is not possible in working days, then do hiking or every weekend from Friday to Sunday. Take your tent, take your sleeping bag, take your bike or something, and spend time in nature, because nature itself cures. As I said before, squinting children very often stop squinting in nature because there is a space there, and they can see more things. They can, at home, children are asked not to be noisy, not to run, not to do something that parents want to watch TV or read or work, and they're always under control. In nature, they are not under control. They have their time to be. So this is another exercise for parents. Just let the child be in nature from 4 to 6 hours. And I just guarantee that there will be improvement. But usually, what is interesting, that sometimes parents say that it is marginal, not, something is not, it's not possible, it's not normal. It's not normal actually to be for a child in nature from 4 to 6 hours, because everyone works, there is a school and so on and so on. But we live in a century of new normalities, new normal things. When we do normal working 12 hours near the computer with the screens, and it becomes normal for us. And to be in nature for a child from 4 to 6 hours, it's not normal. So I just, invite to get back to normalities. That is normal to be in nature, and not normal to sit near the computer for 10 and 12 hours. Yeah, so this is another exercise for parents. Yes. And of course,
okay, challenging, yeah. Interesting. Do you have a third one?
Yeah, I have.
These are pearls.
There are more, of course. There are more. A lot of families try to put a small child into another room to sleep, even if the child doesn't want. So feeding a small child with a breast as long as it is possible, and letting to sleep in a bed with parents as long as possible also calms down children, and they can release the tension and stress because they feel safe. And it's also, even 7 years, 10 years it is not the limit. If children feel safe, it is good for them. There is a time when they do not want to sleep with parents anymore, and they have to tell it themselves, but not the parents' control. Yes, this is also very important for those who raise children with vision refractions. Yeah, there are of course more, but I have to take time to think of them. So maybe it's I don't know. It's
maybe we will have to come to your camps, learn Lithuanian, so that we can participate, because they really look fascinating. Yes,
we have interpreters, so because people from foreign countries also come, or we have volunteers who translate. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we will make sure that we have your information with the video. We will put the website, email, well, all the information, the contact information, so that people can reach you if they want. Anyway, Sigita, thank you so much for having shared this time with us and sharing your experiences with these vision improvement camps. Beautiful experiences, amazing journey that you have done. Thank you so much for working for the vision improvement of so many people. 5,000 people already in the Facebook group from the camps. So you are really doing something outstanding, you and your colleagues. Thanks so much. And I would like to mention before we say goodbye that, well, you know that participating in this Vision Improvement Forum, the Natural Vision 2020 Forum, bringing a new vision to the world, is absolutely for free while it's being broadcasted. But if you would like to keep the recordings of all of these interviews with such amazing presenters like Sigita, you can keep the recordings for only $97 if you do purchase the recordings while the forum is being broadcasted. If you wait until it's over, the price will go up and it will be up to $147. If you do decide to purchase the recordings, not only will you keep all this information and tools and tactics, exercises, techniques forever for you and your family to use, but you will also be supporting our project, the Visionary Children Project, which is a project in which we are making sure the children living in poor environments where maybe 50 years ago they didn't have water or electricity. Now, fortunately, they do in many of these places, but they don't necessarily have internet, and they don't have either, very often, the standard eye care tactics like glasses or surgery. So we are bringing natural vision improvement, which is a much better solution every time that's possible, to these places. So if you do purchase the recordings, not only will you be supporting the fact that this forum happened, participating in paying for the systems and the people who put it up, but you will be supporting also this vision for children living in poor environments. So if you'd like to join us in our mission and our vision to bring this new vision to the whole world, whether connected online or not, well, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for supporting us. And in any case, I wish for you to keep enjoying the recordings, to keep enjoying the interviews of all these vision teachers from all around the world. Sigita, thank you so much for having shared this time with us. I don't know if you'd like to say a few final words before we say goodbye.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. You're doing a great job. And I also hope to see all these recordings myself.
Of course, you'll get all of them, of course.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Yes.
And good luck for everyone. Take care.
Thank you, Sigita. Take care as well. Bye-bye. See you better.
Bye. Bye.